good to go. I think we're good to go. Welcome to the Lion's Den. My name is Robert Love. I'm a neuroscientist. I specialize in helping people prevent Alzheimer's disease with science. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. Please consult your medical doctor before doing anything that affects your health. If you're just arriving, please hit the thumbs up, give a like so that way more people can see the show. And please put your first name and where you are from in the chat. I'd love to know who's here. We are live on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And today we are talking about saunas and the health benefits of saunas. Saunas are terrific. Infrared saunas are new, and there's great research coming out that those are even more beneficial than traditional saunas. I like both. There are a lot of folks on Instagram. How's the view on Instagram? I wanted to get you straight. Usually I have you to the side. How is this? Instagram, if you want to give me let me know how you're doing. Hi, Kelly from Nebraska. We got Amy from Texas, Cheryl from Missouri. By the way, if you would like more interviews from me, please follow me, my new channel on TikTok, Robert WB Love _guest. I'm going to be interviewing some of the top experts in the field of neuroscience, health, wellness, and longevity. Once that account gets 1,000 subscribers, I can then bring people on there and go live with them, and that'll be really, really cool. So whatever platform you're on, please go to TikTok and subscribe to Robert WB Love, or just follow that one. And then there'll be more content coming out with that account very, very soon. I'm excited for that. I'm in discussion right now with some, what I consider pretty big names. These are some of my heroes in the field of neuroscience and health. And I'm just really excited to bring them on and to have you be able to ask them questions live and learn from them live. All right. Speaking of live, I'm now following myself live, which is kind of trippy. Sorry about that Latin music. That was actually pretty good. That was like nice Latin music. All right. So now I can see the chat. And let's see here. Who we got from Instagram? We got Speed Up from Toronto. Sauna is great for hypertension. Trisha from Texas. Hi, Lori from Myrtle Beach. One challenge is Instagram, I'm not able to see you as well as I would like. If you want me to move you to the side, then I can see your comments better. Could also switch you up front so I can read your comments, and then I'll put TikTok over here. Let's try that. Let's see if we like this. So tell me if this is better or worse. Just give me a moment here. Still figuring out the set design here. All right. So TikTok, how is that? Then Instagram, how is that? Let me know if this is better, worse, or the same. I can now read comments on Instagram and TikTok because I'm over here. So would you please let me know in the chat, is this better, worse, or the same? I would love to hear your comments. We got Elisa, I'm 30 years old. I'm going to early menopause. What vitamins to take? I recommend scheduling with Dr. Shannon. Dr. Shannon's a functional medicine doctor. She is great. You can see a link to her schedule on my profile. All right, Donna, this is better. Speed Up, this is cool. Danielle, this is good. TikTok, is this any better or worse than before? L-tyrosine and lion's mane is awesome. I totally agree, Ortega. Totally, totally great. One of my favorite new combos. Okay. TikTok, you're being quiet. There's 121 of you. Let me know, is this view better, worse, or the same than before? It's better on Instagram. How's it on TikTok? It's good. It's the same but good. Same but good. Same better. Okay, great. So we're going to try this. That way I can be responsive to everybody. All right. So today we are talking about saunas and the health benefits of saunas, the brain benefits of saunas. I got the mad scientist hair going on here. So here's the scoop. Here's the long and the short of it. Just remember 50%. Just remember 4, 20, 50. If you smoke cannabis, you probably heard of 420. So 420, sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes each day reduces the risk of Alzheimer's, heart disease, and stroke by 50%. It's actually greater than that. I think stroke is approximately 60%. But just remember 50%. That's close enough, right? And so to tell your friends, your family, your loved ones, people you care about, they look, sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes a day reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, and stroke by 50%. That's what I want you to understand. That's from research out of Finland. There's a variety of studies. I can read them to you if you like. Give a thumbs up for that. Let's give a big roar for sauna. Now, some of you are asking about hot tubs. Are hot tubs as good? We don't know. We don't have the data on that yet. Hot tubs can be good. What happens in a sauna is that it's hot, and the heat causes us to not only sweat and sweat out toxins, but also to dilate our blood vessels. That's good. That reduces blood pressure. That's maybe one of the reasons why sauna is so helpful for stroke. And then reducing vasodilation can also increase blood flow, to the brain. That's really, really good. So Viagra is supposedly very helpful for the brain because it increases blood flow. How does it do that? Vasodilation. Why does it help with erections? Vasodilation. Are you seeing a pattern here? So sauna creates vasodilation. So does chocolate, interestingly enough. So does exercise. These things are really, really good. They exercise your blood vessels. They relax them, allow more blood to flow, reduce blood pressure, improve blood flow to the brain and body. Improving blood flow to the brain gets more nutrients, more oxygen to the brain. It gives energy to the brain, and it helps reduce the risk of stroke, Alzheimer's disease, and so forth. Let's give a big hand for that. Speed up, you are welcome. Does working out at a hot works count as time in the sauna? Great question. So some people like to exercise in the sauna. I forget who this is. I don't know if it's David Goggins. I heard about this on some podcast. There's somebody who has an exercise bike and oven mitts. And so they can ride the exercise bike in the sauna. So they're working out in the sauna. I don't recommend that. If you're up to that level of fitness, great. I just sit in the sauna. I set a timer. I set a timer for about 22 minutes to 25 minutes, and I listen to classical music. So I use that time to relax. By the way, just listening to music increases testosterone. That's a big darn deal. A lot of people ask in the questions, how do I increase testosterone? One way to do it is just by listening to classical music. Also increases serotonin. So just take time to listen to classical music, relax. That can increase testosterone and serotonin. So I get a double bonus for that in the sauna. I'm in the sauna, so I'm improving my heart, my brain health, my cardiovascular health. I'm relaxing my blood vessels. I'm sweating out toxins, and I'm reducing stress, enjoying life, listening to Mozart. Kimberly says, I've passed out in a sauna, staying there too long. Yeah, don't do that. Set a timer for 20, 30 minutes and then get out. Also, bring your water in there. A pro tip, I like to be really hot in the sauna, so I'll sit at the top level. You don't need to do that, but that's what I do. I also like to add a lot of water onto the rocks to really get it warm in there. But I'll set my water down below, and I'll also wrap my phone in a towel, and I'll put that down below because I've actually done a live TikTok in a sauna. It didn't work too well. It's worth a try. And so I put my phone down on the bottom level so it's protected. And I wrap that in a towel so it doesn't get too hot. I mean, my phone is a really important part of it's one of my most important tools for my business. It's how I create content, post content. So I don't want to hurt it, but I do like listening to music while I'm in the sauna. So wrap your phone in a couple towels, put those down on the bottom level where it's cooler. That can help protect your phone. I don't recommend watching like TV on your phone or Netflix on your phone, but you can listen to music if you like. Lou, I bought lion's mane. Can you recommend how many pills? Lou, did you buy my lion's mane or someone else's? Good news. If you bought my lion's mane, I can tell you. If you bought someone else's, you can still buy mine and you can compare them and see which one's better. If you don't like mine better, I will happily refund you. So you got a risk-free offer there. So Lou, tell me which lion's mane you bought and then I can best help instruct you. Taj Sean, I do not know Dr. Brzezinski. Daniela Doodle, I'm excited to tell you I got a Berkey filter. Got Berkey filter. Great job. Berkey filter. So Berkey filters are fluoride filters. They're really, really important. I'm in Cincinnati, Ohio right now. For those of you who watch the news, there was recently I think a railroad got derailed. And so chemicals spilled into the water. And so people are concerned about the quality of their water. And so my parents said, "Hey, let's test our Berkey filter to make sure it's still working, filtering out toxins from the water," which is really, really important. My sister, who lives in Austin, Texas, she's gotten several boil water alerts. So even though this is 2023 and we have AI that's answering questions and solving problems, even though I can talk to you live for free all around the world. Is there anyone, let me know if there are people from Australia, Saudi Arabia, Singapore. There's people from all over the world usually on these lives. We can do these amazing things, and yet sometimes our water is not safe to drink. Seriously, Austin, Texas, huge city in Austin, very important city as far as state government and entrepreneurship and business. They've had to boil their water, so water hasn't been safe to drink in Austin, Texas, a couple of times. And here in Cincinnati, Ohio, it may not be safe to drink because of this spill in the river. And so it's a good idea to have a way to filter your water. This could be a Berkey filter or a reverse osmosis filter. And make sure you have minerals to add back into your water, like magnesium, like selenium. You can even add a pinch of salt if you like. This is fluoride-free water from a Berkey filter with vitamin C and magnesium and Celtic sea salt and a little bit of stevia for sweetness. And so here's how to test your Berkey filter. If you have a Berkey filter set up, put some food coloring in the top, blue, green, red, whatever you like, and then see if it's still in the water. If there's still food coloring in the water at the bottom of the Berkey filter, that means it's not working correctly. Hi, Erica. Okay, what else we got? Lou. Lou, great. You got mine. Good work. So for mine, take 2 pills 1 hour before bed. That's my favorite thing if you want to improve sleep. And Daniela Doodle got Morning Man. You're going to love Morning Man. Who's got Morning Man? Any fans of Morning Man? It's so good. It's so delicious. I crave it in the morning. It's like athletic greens, but it tastes amazing. You can get a great discount if you go to morningman.com and use my discount code LOVE15. Saves you a bunch of money. Infrared sauna. It does not need to be an infrared sauna trophy. It can be just a regular hot sauna. How many milligrams of aniracetam should your mom take? Mia, great question. So I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'll tell you what my mother does. My mother takes 1,500 milligrams of aniracetam a day. She started with 750 milligrams, and we moved her up to 1,500. Oh, thank you for the roses, Kitty. So Mia, that's what my mom takes, 1,500 milligrams, but she started with 750. How old is too old for the sauna? Why is there a too old for the sauna? User 608. Why is there an age? Why is there top end age? So if someone is, let's say, over 65 and they're concerned for their health in their sauna, check with your healthcare professional and make sure that's good. So that's how to ensure that the sauna is safe for you. So check with your medical doctor before going into a sauna. Can lion's mane be stimulating? Yes, it can. Mine is generally more relaxing and anti-anxiety because it's got a bunch of medicinal mushrooms. That's a blend of mushrooms that helps reduce anxiety. Daniela Doodle, EWG water reports every area, and it's so bad. Oh my. We got Mia from Canada. Outstanding. Asking about aniracetam. I'm 65. That's not too old for the sauna. Thank you, Taj. I appreciate that. Daniela Dudo, do you think Morning Man will add minerals back in? Yes. Yes. So Morning Man is also like taking a multivitamin. So Morning Man is 50 different superfoods. It's adaptogens, it's probiotics, and it's your regular multivitamin. But it comes from food rather than a pill. So it's really, really great. So do I use an infrared sauna? So I use the sauna that's most accessible to me. My parents just ordered an infrared sauna. That's going to be here in a little bit. Right now, I have to go to a nearby health club and use their sauna. That is not an infrared sauna. That's a traditional sauna that's just simply hot. Thoughts on milk thistle? Milk thistle is great. Milk thistle is great for protecting and cleansing the liver. Lou, Roar Lion's Mane helps boost study and memories. Help my memory boost for studies. Okay, I'm sorry, Lou. Does raw lion's mane help my memory boost for studies? Potentially. So, lion's mane is shown to improve memory in healthy adults and those with early stage Alzheimer's disease. So, raw lion's mane, which is a combination, it's my lion's mane, that's a combination of 10 medicinal mushrooms. This can help improve memory, number one, by reducing stress. Number two, by improving sleep. That is huge. By reducing stress and improving sleep, that very much improves memory. Number three, lion's mane increases something called BDNF. That stands for brain derived neurotrophic factor. That is a growth factor in the brain that facilitates the growth of new brain cells and new neural connections. And so it can help with memory with that. So, Lou, yes, in three ways: by reducing stress, by improving sleep, and then by increasing BDNF, a brain derived neurotrophic factor that can help facilitate the growth of new brain cells, new neural connections, and new memories. So, how to use this? I'm going to a conference soon and I want to learn a bunch of stuff. So, I'm going to take this before the conference starts, right before the conference starts, probably with coffee. And I'm going to say, I want to remember what I learned today. And I'm going to swallow them. So when you take this from memory, say, I want to remember this, and then swallow it. That priming primes your brain to pay attention and remember what you're about to experience. And this serves as a priming agent. You can also take it afterwards and say, okay, I want to remember what I just learned, and take this afterwards. Which one's better? I don't know. I would also combine this with fish oil. So fish oil is healthy fat. Your brain outside of water is made primarily of fat. And so by taking healthy fat, you give your brain the raw materials to repair itself and make new brain cells, new neural connections. Make sense? Give me a roar if that makes sense. Give me a like or thumbs up if that makes sense. So, if you want to improve your memory and you want to take some supplements to help doing it, here's some great things to do. Number one is exercise. Exercise helps improve new memories by increasing BDNF and improving blood flow to the brain. Next, you can take lion's mane plus fish oil plus a B complex vitamin. I like fish oil and B complex together. Here's why. Research from David Smith at Oxford found that those who take fish oil and a B complex vitamin have a 30% reduction in the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Let me say that again. If you haven't heard this, this is really, really important. Those who take fish oil and a B complex have a 30% reduction in the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Please get a high quality fish oil. Nordic Naturals is a good company. So you want to take those two together. B complex, by the way, B vitamins, I think it's B6 and B9, are involved in the making of neurotransmitters. And so neurotransmitters are chemical messengers in the brain that stimulate brain cells and communicate information. And so you want to make sure you have enough of those for your brain to work optimally. B vitamins also increase energy. It's very difficult to learn when we're tired. Who's ever had brain fog? Yeah. Brain fog is often attributed to low energy. And so B vitamins can increase energy as well. So the cocktail, the very simple cocktail to improve memory and facilitate the growth of new memories, new brain cells, is exercise. I'd start with there, and a good night's sleep. Exercise and a good night's sleep, bare minimum, every day. Do that. That'll help improve memory. Number two, before a learning session, fish oil, B complex, and lion's mane. You can take my lion's mane. You could take another lion's mane. Another one that I was taking before is called Life Cycle. That's about twice as expensive as mine, and that is only lion's mane. It does not include the other medicinal mushrooms that mine does. All right, let's see what questions we have going on here. What causes brain fog? A lot of things. So lack of energy can cause brain fog. Lack of nutrients can cause brain fog. According to, I think this is research from the Journal of Nutrition. I'm going to say it's the Journal of Nutrition. 90% of Americans are deficient in an important nutrient called choline. Choline. Choline is a precursor to acetylcholine. Who's heard me mention acetylcholine? It's what I call the master molecule of memory. It's a neurotransmitter involved in memory. You want enough acetylcholine to make, you want enough choline to make acetylcholine. Makes sense, right? Just like if you want muscle, you want to eat enough protein to make the muscle. If you want acetylcholine, you need to eat enough choline to make that acetylcholine. 90% of us, 9 out of 10 of you, do not get enough acetylcholine, do not get enough choline in your diet. I eat a bunch of eggs, so I'm pretty sure I get enough. Egg yolks are the richest source of choline in the human diet. So, nutrients affect brain fog. If you don't have enough B vitamins, you might get brain fog. If you don't have enough choline, you might have brain fog. If you don't have enough energy, you might get brain fog. If you're tired, you might have brain fog. If you don't have the right electrolytes, you might get brain fog. Sodium, potassium, magnesium. If you don't have, a lot of people don't actually get enough salt. Some people get too much salt by eating processed foods. Unfortunately, processed food manufacturers have figured out the more salt, the more sugar, the more fat they add to their foods, the more people eat them and buy them, because these are the flavors and sensations that were rare in nature, but indicated high nutritional value. So we need salt. And so we like the taste of salt because we want to consume enough salt to keep our brain working. When we sweat, we lose salt. Think how much our ancestors were sweating in Africa when we were chasing animals. We were running from saber-toothed tigers. When we were, chopping down wood to make fire. Think how much our ancestors were sweating. Well, they were losing salt. They needed to replace that salt. And so when they tasted salt, their brain said, "Ooh, that tastes good. Eat more of that." This is salt water, by the way. Fluoride-free salt water. So we like the taste of salt. New manufacturing practices over the last 200 years have made it really inexpensive to get salt. I think it's probably over the last 100 years. So much so that during the Civil War in the United States, one of the major strategic military targets were salt plants. So the Union tried to hurt the Confederacy by blowing up their salt manufacturing, because an army runs on salt. You need salt for the animals. You needed salt for wounds. You needed salt for food preservation. You needed salt for your men because they were running and sweating and so forth. So salt, very, very important for human health. It's only recently it's become super cheap and available through manufacturing technologies. So we like the taste of salt. We also like the taste of fat. Why? Fat indicates high calories. We like calories. Our ancestors were much more likely to starve than they were to be obese. Now, because we have so much fat, sugar, and salt in our diets, we're much more likely to be obese. 40% of us are obese in the United States, 4 out of 10, and 70% are overweight. 7 out of 10 of us are overweight. That's a big problem. That's because there's too much fat and sugar in our food, and sometimes too much salt. So why do we like sugar? Sugar, again, an indication of high nutrition, high nutrients. What had sugar prior to manufactured food? Fruit. And fruit was very nutritious, not only in vitamins and minerals, but also the sugar was very helpful because it was rich in calories. Okay. So those are some of the causes of brain fog. User 86671. User 9338. Do I recommend ashwagandha for mental health? It depends on what you're struggling with. Women do better with ashwagandha than men, and ashwagandha can help with relaxation, but also with stimulation. Is Om Lion's Mane a good one to take? I don't know, Delana. If you're considering a lion's mane, I really recommend mine because I can speak firsthand about it. Who's taken my lion's mane? Who's gotten Roar lion's mane? Would you post something in the chat for Delana? Let her know what you think. Mine, people are getting great results, and mine is the least expensive, highest quality lion's mane that you're going to find. The combination of both, right? There might be a cheaper one. There might be a better one. I haven't seen it yet, but it's the combination of both, the highest quality and the least expensive, that could be really good. So Delina, check that out. That's roarlionsmane.com, or you can click here and click the link below my profile. H-Town, Texans. That's Houston. Houston, H-Town. Hi, can you tell us anything about infrared light therapy for the whole body? Let me look that up because we're talking about saunas today. So let's look up some stuff about infrared light. Is that good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like if that sounds good. Looking up infrared light therapy. And then if it doesn't, give me, what would you say in the chat? Instead of roar, what would you say? Boo or baa, like a sheep? So give me a roar if that sounds good. Give me another barnyard animal sound if that doesn't sound good. Dwanger likes it. I've seen some crying faces on Instagram. Oh, hopefully that's laughter. I hope that's not like upset. Okay, so I'm going to look up the benefits of red light therapy. What are the health benefits of red light therapy? Okay, TikTok, how do we get? Do we like this? We got some thumbs up. We got some roar. We got a meow. Do I ship to Canada? Yes. Lion's Mane, we do ship to Canada. Got a thumbs up. Grammy, you just found me. Awesome. All right. So a bunch of people saying my Lion's Mane is amazing. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Not too many barnyard animal sounds. We're going to say people want to learn about this. All right. Here we go. So this is according to Chat GPT. This is AI. And I like to use AI to help with research. I don't depend on it for research, but I use it as a tool for research. All right. So red light therapy, also known as low level laser therapy. I didn't know that. Or photobiomodulation. That's an interesting word. Photobiomodulation is a non invasive treatment that uses low level red light to stimulate cellular regeneration and repair. So, red light stimulating cellular regeneration and repair. Some of the potential health benefits include number one, anyone, all right, there's 5 potential benefits here. What do you think the potential benefits are of red light therapy? Put them in the chat. I'm going to give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, let's see. All right, so we got boost testosterone levels, we got collagen, we got anti-aging. Depends on the activator of your skin. So Joni, right now we have a great deal on my Lion's Mane. It's buy one, get 3 free. So it's a crazy awesome deal. So that's roarlionsmane.com. Buy one, get one free, Joni, Christine. Better mood, anti-inflammatory. Awesome. Great job, Eon's Break. You rock. We got collagen. Less acne. Increased vitamin D. So Grammy, right now I'm talking about something else, so I can answer your question later. All right. So here are the benefits of red light therapy. Get ready. Here we go. Number 1, reducing inflammation. So good job, the person who wrote that. Actually, I want to acknowledge you exactly who that was. Who said inflammation? H-Town. H-Town got it. Inflammation. So reducing inflammation. Red light therapy has been shown to reduce inflammation in the body, which can help alleviate pain and promote healing. It also helps reduce the risk of disease. Inflammation is one of the primary causes of Alzheimer's disease. It increases the risk of diabetes. Obesity is related to inflammation. They kind of work back and forth where one causes the other or one contributes to the other. It increases the risk of heart disease, likely cancer, many chronic diseases. So if I could pull one lever and change one stat in your body to improve optimal health, reducing inflammation would be really good. That would be one of them. I'd probably also try to improve insulin sensitivity and or reduce the risk of diabetes. That's another big lever to pull. Okay, health benefit number 2. Who said acne? Someone said acne. Nicole. Nicole said acne. Good for you, Nicole. Big roar to you. Health benefit number 2 is improving skin health. Red light therapy may improve the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as improve skin texture and tone. It has also been shown to be effective in treating acne and other skin conditions. You got it. Good for you. Next, enhancing muscle recovery. Someone talked about testosterone. Those have crossover benefits, but I don't think anyone messaged muscle recovery. Red light therapy can help increasing circulation, and help reduce muscle inflammation, which may speed up recovery process from after exercise and injury. Very interesting. Number 4, boost mood. Who wrote boost mood? Was that you, Ocean Favor? Yeah, it was you. Better mood. Good job, Ocean. Better mood. Y'all are getting these. This is great. So benefit number 4, boosting mood and energy levels. Exposure to red light may increase serotonin levels in the brain, which can improve mood and energy levels. Outstanding. We got one more here. Anyone want to? All right, so guess what the last one is. We got one more. I don't think anyone's gotten it yet so far. Boy, this water tastes so good with the salt. Really good. Decrease stress and anxiety. Yep. Awesome, Joni Christine. I'm so glad it did that for you. Does it help with tingling and numbness? It helps circulation. So maybe, Lorraine. I don't know. It doesn't say that specifically. Okay. Benefit number 5 is promoting wound healing. Red light therapy has been shown to stimulate the production of collagen, which can help promote wound healing and tissue repair. Let's give it up for red light therapy. Boom, shakalaka. I'm sorry, Instagram. I wasn't seeing your messages. I wish this like scrolled up. Vitamin D from Mark Gales. Mark Gales, you have my lines, man. Awesome. How's that going for you? Oh, Mark, I'm guessing Mark and Gale. The picture does not look like a Mark, but you don't know these days. All right. Mark and Gales. Yes. Vitamin D. I don't know if it increases vitamin D. Let's find out. You're the second person to mention that. Does red light therapy increase vitamin D? It does not. All right, that's a very simple answer. All right, so if you're just arriving, please put your first name and where you're from in the chat. I did not get a chance to do this yesterday. I want you to know about all the great free things that I've put together for you. So if you click here, if you go to my link tree, so if you just click the link below my profile, there are a bunch of free resources I want you to know about because I put a lot of effort into making these things, so that way you can get some valuable things to improve your health, wellness, and well-being. So the first is my Lion's Mane supplement. That is not free, but I've already talked about that. Next is my free ebook, the top 10 supplements for weight loss. I wrote that with Chad Tackett, who's one of the number one experts in the world on sustainable weight loss. We wrote that book together, the top 10 supplements for weight loss. Super great. Just click there, enter your name and email, and I send that to you. And then it'll take you to the next page where you get another free resource. That's right, 2 free resources. You also get a recipe book. I know that's pretty cool too. You get another free resource. It's called a free hormonal profile. Your unique hormones affect your ability to lose weight. Who gets that? Who understands that your hormones are important for weight loss? And so this is a way to assess your hormonal profile so that way you can understand how best you can lose weight. That happens after you get your free report, after you get your free ebook, or you can click the next link, which says free hormonal profile. Both of those are great. Next is my Newsweek article. They recently interviewed me for an article in Newsweek, and I'm featured in it about preventing Alzheimer's disease. If you want to read that, that's there for you. Then I have my free report, my top 10 supplements for the brain. So there's a free ebook, the top 10 supplements for weight loss. Then there's a free report, the top 10 supplements for the brain. Check that out. That is also free. Next, who wants to go on a cruise? Who wants to go on a cruise with other evolving lions and meet each other in person and learn some stuff while we're on the cruise? If that's you, then click the link that says Lions Den Cruise application. We're still taking applications, and once we get 20 people committed, we'll schedule something. If not this year, next year, but I'd like to do it this year. And so just fill that out. I want to know who you are, where you want to go, what you're willing to spend, how long you want to be at sea for. Next, under the link, free resources, more free resources. We've got my free masterclass, How to Prevent Alzheimer's Disease, and my Brain Fitness newsletter. This is my newsletter that goes out every day that has a lot of free information on how to improve your brain health, how to how to lose weight, supplements to take, what to look for in a great supplement. It's all totally free. Check that out. Just click the link and subscribe. Who gets a newsletter? Who's getting good stuff out of the newsletter? Let me know. Let me scroll down here on TikTok. Yes, we got a bunch of yeses. That's maybe yes for something else. All right. So that's the newsletter. And then you can also follow me on these other platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I post content on all of them. If someone mentioned hormones, if you have a hormonal issue, you can schedule a free call with Dr. Shannon. She's a functional medicine doctor. It says Dr. Shannon, free journey to wellness call. I think I'm going to relabel that like fix your hormones with Dr. Shannon. Fix your hormones with Dr. Shannon. She specializes in working with women. Fix your hormones with Dr. Shannon. Free consult. Okay. And then if you'd like to work with me directly, you can apply for a personal consultation or a free FDA certified memory test. And then if you want to get some of the great products that I like, there's the Om Yum, the Lion's Mane coffee replacement. That's awesome. Make sure you subscribe to save the maximum amount of money. Use the coupon LOVE15. Really great product. Who gets the Om Yum? Who likes the Om Yum? Please put something in the chat. I love it. I use it like multiple times a day. There's the Ageless Skin Detox supplement that I really like. You can look at my skin, pretty clean, pretty clear. There's Morning Man Greens, which is awesome. That's 50 different superfoods. Tastes amazing. Um, Make sure you subscribe to save the maximum amount of money. And again, use the coupon LOVE15. And there's some other stuff in there as well. And you can also become a Patreon patron if you want to support the show. So lots of free stuff. And then if you want some of the physical products, those do cost money. If you are just getting here, please put your first name and where you're from in the chat. Daniela Doodle, newsletter's amazing. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. We got Carrie and Doug from Wisconsin, or excuse me, from Carrie and Doug Wilson. Thank you. From Kansas City, Missouri. Love Kansas City, Missouri. Great barbecue and amazing museum. By the way, who's been to the museum in Kansas City, Missouri? They have some Renaissance art, the gates of paradise from Ghiberti. I forget what his first name is. Let me look. They're called Ghiberti's doors. They're actually located in Florence, Italy. And the only copy in the United States is in the art museum in Kansas City. I found it. I was so surprised. It's so awesome. What is his first name? It's beautiful. Who knows what I'm talking about? Give me a roar if you know Ghiberti's doors and Florence, Italy. What is Ghiberti's name? It was basically his life work. He spent like 40 years on these things. Lorenzo. No, is that right? Lorenzo di Bartolo. Lorenzo Ghiberti. Thank you. Amazing. So, Grammy, Carrie and Doug, I don't know if you've seen that. And Carrie and Doug, are you both on the call? That's great. By the way, who's watching this with your partner, with a boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, loved one, children? Please watch this with your family because you might learn something and share that together. It's really helpful. And that way, you don't need to explain it. If you watch something, then you go to your husband or partner and be like, honey, I think we should get rid of the sugar. Why? Well, now you got to explain it. But if you're both watching it and you agree, now it's a lot easier. Well, hello, the lady, and then hello, Dawn from Iowa. We got Rebecca from Kansas City, another Kansas City. Really, that's cool. We got hi, I'm in Aurelia. Where's Aurelia? Ask my husband if I have hormonal issues. Yeah, Louise, that is up to you and your husband. I'm not touching that one. Joni Christine loves the Om Yum. Fantastic. Have been using it a while. Terrific. Can you use Love 15 on Lion's Mane? So my Lion's Mane is already extremely discounted. It's already buy one, get 3 free. And so there's no additional discounts to that. I think that's the least expensive it's ever going to get. If I do change the price, it's going up. It's not going down. But I'm going to keep it at this price as long as I can. So it's a good idea to get the Lion's Mane now while it's still available at this price. I don't have, just to be clear, I don't have any. I'm not going to change it tomorrow. So I don't have that on the time horizon, but if it does change, it's going to go up. It's not going down. We got Kristen from Minnesota. We got Michaela or Michelle. Off topic. How is your mom doing? Thank you so much for asking. My mother's doing very well. She had her surgery 2 weeks ago. By the way, thank you for all the love and prayers that you all have sent. I really appreciate that. And then that was very touching to my mother as well. She had shoulder replacement surgery and she's doing much, much better. Well, she's not doing much, much better. She's improving, which is great. She doesn't have very much pain. And she has her first physical therapy appointment tomorrow, 2 weeks after the surgery. So she's doing really well. Thank you so much. We got Winona, Minnesota, located in Minneapolis. Fantastic. Okay, great. So we answered that. Hello from California. Well, hello, Dolores. Hello, Edgardo and Ramonita. You watch with your dog and kitten. Fantastic. I hope, animals are great for your health. By the way, I was thinking about adding some more pet videos. People really like pet videos and they're like inspiring and they're fun and they make us laugh. And that greatly, laughter really improves our health. Give me a roar. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a like. Smash the like button if you want me to start releasing more pet videos. Like when I find pet videos, I might put those on my account. If that's a no, let me know. But if y'all want those, we got some pet fans here. I'm totally happy to put some of those up for fun. Kristen Beta, how many per bottle? The Lion's Mane. There's 60 pills per bottle, 30 servings. Do you like Life Cycle? Moving Side. Yes, I did take Life Cycle. I now use my Lion's Mane My Lion's Mane has 10 medicinal mushrooms. Life Cycle only has one, and Life Cycle's twice as expensive as mine. But try both. Get both, see which one you like better. If you like Life Cycle better, you can return mine and I'll send you your money back. And Life Cycle, I think, will do the same. Life Cycle will return your money if you don't like it. Joni Christine, I'm an Alzheimer's nurse and I love your info. So great. Thank you so much, Joni Christine. I so appreciate that. I hope this is helpful. I hope this is helpful to you and your patients. And by the way, Joni Christine, have you learned anything that's been helpful that you've been able to use with your patients? I'd love to hear that. Thank you, Michelle. Yay, mom. Just ordered my Lion's Mane. Can't wait to get it. Fantastic. It'll come in 5 to 7 business days. User 608, would you please check your email? We just updated the email. You should get a confirmation email immediately. Please open that and then just please hit respond. That'll just improve the deliverability. So check that out. See if you got your email yet. All the best speedy recovery. Thank you. Thank you, Dolores. Ortega loves animals. Michelle loves animals. Nancy loves animals. Daniela Duda loves animals. User 419 loves animals. Ocean Favor loves animals. Ernestine, yes to pet videos. All right, we're getting a lot of pet videos. All right, so I'm going to start posting those. Please like and share those. They need to do, in order for me to keep posting them, they need to do reasonably well. Otherwise, it's like a distraction on a channel about neuroscience. But I'll probably put a little like caption that says, laughter is good for your brain, or pets are good for your brain. By the way, pets are amazing for your brain. Let's look up some benefits of pets. Who wants to hear about some benefits of pets? Give me a roar in the chat. Our health. What are the health benefits of pets? By the way, I want to tell you a short story. It's about my mother. This will give you kind of an indication of where I come from, because I think I get a lot of my positive attributes, I think, come from my mother. So about 10 years ago, a dear friend of my mother's had very serious cancer. She had pancreatic cancer. And she had 3 children. And so my mother volunteered to cook dinner once a week. And so every week she would start around noon, buy the food, cook the food, and bring it over for the family. And something she did very deliberately, very consciously, is they had a little boy who loved homemade almond milk. So every week my mother would make homemade almond milk. I don't know how she did that. Like, she bought the almonds and blended them with water and then strained them. It's a whole big process. Who's made almond milk? Like, it's a thing. It's not a push button thing. And homemade almond milk is amazing. So she made that for this little boy every week because she knew how much she liked it. So basically she was working, 4 hours once a week to make dinner for this family. And we were talking about this 2 nights ago, and she said that little boy he's now a teenager. She says he still mentions how much he liked that almond milk. And then my mother kind of looked up like this and she said, "You know what? That summer when I cooked dinner for that family every week, that summer was really filled with purpose for me. I really felt a sense of purpose." And that meant a lot to hear. And I think that's so amazing that just 4 hours a week, working to feed a family, 4 hours a week filled her entire summer with purpose. That's wonderful. And so the reason I bring this up with regard to pets is that pets often fill us with purpose. Um, Pets give us a reason to get up and get out of bed. Pets give us an opportunity to play. Pets give us an opportunity to care for an animal who we love. And so pets can give us an opportunity for purpose and contribution. And so if you feel like you're lacking purpose in your life, a pet can be helpful. And also volunteering can be helpful. I like to pick up trash in the neighborhood. That makes me feel good. Today was trash day. And so after taking my parents' trash cans out, I walked around the neighborhood and noticed there's some trash on the ground. I could put that in one of the trash cans out by the curb. That just happens with the wind. And that's just an easy thing where I just feel good doing that. I don't think it really makes a difference in the neighborhood, but I feel good doing it. And so I do it. So whether it's volunteer work, whether it's cooking dinner for someone, whether it's listening to a friend, women are much better at this than men. Men, we don't really listen to each other. Women are great at calling and being emotionally supportive for each other. So doing things like that really increases purpose, and that increases our sense of well-being, our happiness, our life satisfaction. So I really encourage you to do things that increase your feeling of purpose in life. We're here. I believe we're here as divine creations of of whatever created us. Not to get specific to any religion, but I think something beyond us helped make something as complex as human beings. I think it's much more sophisticated than just evolution. I think there's larger forces at play, and most people would agree to some extent. And so I think we're here not to just live and not just to consume and not just to have fun and not just to work. I think we're here to live a life of meaning and purpose. And I'm blessed to be able to do this with you, to spend this time with you and feel a great sense of meaning and purpose. I love hearing about the great things you're doing. People eating more sardines, eating less sugar, giving up alcohol, getting better sleep. I just love it. And so I really invite you, if you do not feel a sense of purpose in your life, I invite you to find something that does feel purposeful, like volunteering, like caring for a family, cooking a meal once a week, once a month for someone who's in need, or just picking up trash in your neighborhood, or get a fun animal that you will enjoy taking care of. That can be helpful for a sense of purpose. All right, enough of that. All right, so here are the health benefits of animals. All right, well, here, you all were so good. So I got 7 benefits of animals, of having an animal, of having a pet. Would you please drop in the chat what you think the benefits are? What you could guess the benefits are. I'm going to think about this too. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Drop however many benefits you think you can think of owning a pet. If you own a pet, think about how it helps you. Does it, increase your exercise? Does it improve your mood? A sense of purpose? I don't know, but just put that in the chat. If you're just arriving, please put your first name and where you are from in the chat, and we'll go over the health benefits of owning a pet in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What do we have? Longer life, mental health, less stress, less blood pressure, reduce stress, increase immunity, exercise, emotional support, responsibility, purpose, reduce anxiety, feel a sense of happiness, of being needed. Julie lowers blood pressure, lowers anxiety, stress relief, emotional support, increases exercise and laughter, companionship. Love is healthy, longevity. Noel from Southern California. Hi, welcome. We got laughter, walk, comfort, lower blood pressure. May the Almighty bless you and your mother. Thank you so much, Saba. Lowers blood pressure. All right, here are the benefits. Here we go. Number 1, reduced stress. Studies have shown that spending time with pets can lower levels of the stress hormone cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. Also, cortisol increases when we first wake up in the morning. That's really good. That helps wake us up, which can help reduce stress and anxiety. So number 1, lowers stress. Benefit number 2 is improved mood. Interacting with pets can help boost mood and reduce symptoms of depression, loneliness, and social isolation. By the way, the most dangerous thing for you is not smoking. It's not drinking. It's actually loneliness. According to Daniel Goleman in the book Social Intelligence, he also wrote the book Emotional Intelligence. In the book Social Intelligence, he talked about research where they had people smoke cigarettes. They had people who smoked, the people who are lonely. People who are lonely were much more likely to get sick when exposed to a virus than people who smoked cigarettes. The conclusion was loneliness was more damaging to health and the immune system than smoking. That's amazing. Smoking is one of the greatest health risks to society, in part because it's really easy to turn off. It's not easy to stop smoking, but that's a behavioral choice, right? And so interestingly, if you live in a small town and all of your friends smoke, and if you stop smoking, you'll be socially isolated. It's actually better for your health to not stop smoking than to lose all of your friends. I would suggest you move to a different place and quit smoking and get healthier friends, because I want you to be the maximum amount of healthy, but it's not worth losing all of your friends and becoming socially isolated to quit smoking. That's how dangerous social isolation is and loneliness is. By the way, I just want to give a quick call out. Is anyone suffering from severe loneliness? If so, I want to talk to you and see if we can find anyone who's in your neighborhood, in your state, in your city here in the Lion's Den, and find you some friends, because I want I want you to be happy and healthy. Sweetie Tissue, are you suffering from big time loneliness? Is that so? Where do you live? I'm going to read another benefit and then I'm going to come back to you, Sweetie Tissue, because we have like a 5-10 second delay. So another benefit of pets, we have reduced stress, improved mood. Next, we have increased physical activity, which a lot of you said. Owning a pet, especially a dog, can encourage physical activity through activities such as walking, running, and playing. So, increased physical activity and exercise is one of the best things you can do to improve your health. Okay, sweetie tissue. I don't see any more notes from you. Are you still able to comment? Are you experiencing loneliness? I want you to experience support. Said no one wants to get together these days. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know where you are. My friends want to get together, and so maybe you're in a town where it's really cold, or people just aren't very social. But you can also get together with people virtually. I mean, you could do virtual calls as well. Okay, my comments are like stopping in. Um, okay, out of the box. Okay, there you go. You're out of the box here. You're also your sweet tissue on that. So out of the box. You're in New Jersey. Anybody in New Jersey? And then Nellie in Vancouver is feeling a little lonely. You think it's pronounced Sweetie Sue? Thank you, Julie. Okay. Anyone else from Vancouver and anyone else in New Jersey? And by the way, can we just send some love and some support for these wonderful people? Can you please say hello to Sweetie Sue and Nellie and tell them anything kind that you'd like to. First of all, I want to acknowledge you for choosing to be here and socializing virtually. Good job commenting. That's the first step. You initiated a conversation, and there's a lot of people here that are very nice people, and we all care about our health, wellness. A lot of us care about our families. Some of us are involved spiritually, and so we want to be of help and support. And so I'm glad that you're here. This is a way healthier thing than you know drinking alone or going to a bar and drinking all alone at the end of the bar, or doing unhealthy things. This, I think, is a healthy activity. So you're in a good place. So please say something kind to these folks and say hello. Yeah, send them love, send them hugs. And if anyone lives nearby them or wants to connect, please find a way to connect. If you want to connect over Zoom, over phone, over TikTok, you can follow each other on TikTok and send a message. So whatever works, but please connect if you want to connect. Daniela Doodles got it. Sending so much love. You're never alone here. Thank you. Much better said than what I said, Daniela Doodle. You are not alone here in the Lion's Den. We're here to love and support each other. And for those who mentioned you're lonely, Sweetie Sue and Nellie, why don't you all exchange information? Because you're both looking for connection, and I know you're in different time zones, New Jersey versus Vancouver. But hey, maybe y'all will want to talk. So consider following each other on TikTok and connecting. All right. And thank you for all the kind comments in the chat. I love how you all are supporting each other. Next benefit. So health benefits of pets. We got reduced stress. We got improved mood. We got increased physical activity. Next, we have lower blood pressure and lower cholesterol levels. That's two different benefits. Those are different things. So it does both. It lowers blood pressure and lowers cholesterol. Some studies have suggested that owning a pet may help lower blood pressure and cholesterol levels, potentially reducing the risk of heart disease. That's awesome. Next, improved socialization. Again, back to the loneliness. Owning a pet can provide opportunities for socialization through pet-related events, dog parks, and pet training classes. Who owns a pet and knows that you can make friends with a pet, right? You walk around your neighborhood. If you have a cute dog, it's an easy in for your dog to start sniffing someone, and then you can say, "Hi, I'm Robert. I'm staying with my parents up the road. What's your name?" It's really easy to make friends when you have a dog, or it's a lot easier when you have the dog kind of initiate stuff. Next, benefit number 6, enhanced immunity. Exposure to pets, especially in childhood. By the way, this is big for asthma. We'll get that in a second. Exposure to pets, especially in childhood, has been linked to enhanced immune function and reduced risk of allergies and asthma. That's right, asthma. So in this great book, let me get it for you. It's over here. In this great book, The Body, I know that's backwards for you. I wish I could turn that straight ways for you. The Body by Bill Bryson, great writer. He shares how we don't know what causes asthma. And asthma is really scary because usually it's a child can't breathe. Good news is most children grow out of it. But what causes it? What increases risk factors? We don't know. One risk factor is living in a city versus a farm. If you live in a place that's rural or a farm, the risk of asthma is reduced. Spending time outside reduces the risk of asthma. And spending time around pets reduces the risk of asthma. These are all very, very important things to know, especially if you have young children. So I don't have children yet. When I do, they are getting exposure outside. They're not getting phones. That's for darn sure. We had a big, long talk about that yesterday because phones are just not good for the developing mind. And they're going to get a lot of exposure outside. I'm not going to wash their hands very much. They're going to eat a lot of dirt and be exposed to what it's like being a human. And they're going to get a lot of sleep. They're going to eat lots of vegetables and exposure to pets. Okay. Benefit number 7 is emotional support. Emotional support from the pets. Dog owners, you totally get this. Cat owners, this is true for you as well. These mammals, dogs and cats, these are great at reading our emotions and responding to our emotions. I know a lot of people will come home sad and upset. The dog will nuzzle you, be like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" Really great. And they're non-judgmental. They just want to love and support us. Cats definitely want things from us. Dogs want to play with us, but the animals are great emotional support. Who feels the emotional support of animals? Who's gotten that? I've had both dogs and cats in my life. A cat more recently, and my parents had a dog recently. My sister has a dog, so I've had a fair amount of exposure to them. The emotional support from them is absolutely real. It's great. Okay. So those are the 7 benefits of pets. So if you're lacking significance, if you want a sense of meaning and purpose, if you're feeling lonely, consider adopting a pet from a shelter. It's really expensive. One of my cousins works at a pet store. You would not believe how expensive a new pet is. Hi, Russell. Good to see you. Like a new pet is it's like a new car. Like they're like five to $15,000. They have loan programs to buy a new dog, a new puppy. That's crazy to me. You can get a dog for free who needs help from a shelter. You get a cat for free who needs help from a shelter. So you don't need to spend a lot of money. And it's a really wonderful thing to save, to rescue, to get a rescue dog or rescue cat. Really great. Who's gotten a rescue dog or rescue cat? Blow up the chat. Let me know if you've rescued a dog or cat. I'd love to know who's here in the audience. Boy, my TikTok chat is not updating. I'm sorry. I'm like 10 minutes behind over here. Move this down a little bit. I need to pause this because I'm hearing myself and it's disturbing me. All right. Ernestine has 3 rescues. That's awesome. Big roar to Ernestine. Ernestine, I bet you are not lonely. I bet you have lots of meaning and purpose with 3 rescues. That's awesome. All right, we have a bunch of people responding here. Every dog I've ever had has been helpful. That's awesome. Daniela Duo, sometimes I just hold my dog and cry into him and tell him how much he means to me. That's beautiful. User 5339, lots of wisdom here. Thank you. Sweetie Sue, I used to do that. So comforting. Ernestine, yes. User 419, yes. User 53, yes. Brianna, we're not talking about methylene blue right now. We may in a little bit. Ocean, yes. Love the babies. Is it Michelle or Michaela? Michelle, definitely me for my past dog. My dad died last month. Oh, I'm so sorry. Saba, I feel the great emotional support. Carissa, yes. User 53, yes. Daniela Doodle, my dog is a rescue, and so is my turtle. A rescued turtle. That's awesome. By the way, do you like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? If you grew up like in the 80s and 90s, the Ninja Turtles was such a great cartoon. A rescued turtle. I love it. Ernestine's got 3 rescues. Saba's got a rescue. MGD is donating to shelters. Joni Christine has a little dog. I'm guessing named Annie, or is Annie a breed of dog? User 98 just rescued a kitten last week. That's awesome. Ortega, my cat just showed up and now rules. That's funny. Julie, all my cats are rescues. Awesome. Black Pepper, all my dogs have been rescues. Fantastic. Ernestine, they bring me joy. Ocean, I adopted 3. Shelter fees and shots are $200 each. Really? I'm surprised they're that much. But I guess the shots, I don't know how much the shots are. Daniela Doodle, my turtle's name is Michelangelo. That's awesome. That's so great. I love it. Mandy, you've rescued 4 dogs and 1 cat. That's awesome. Mandy, how's the Roar Lions mane? Hello from Santa Monica. I had my first lion's mane today. Awesome. Pet parent, rescued animals. Oh, pet parent, you've got to be rescued animals. They appreciate you. Fantastic. I love that. Saba, we rescued a green parrot. Really? That sounds so interesting. Brianna's rescued three pit bulls and 1 cat. Ooh, a Chihuahua mix. Interesting, Joni. All right. So if you're just arriving, please put your first name and where you are from in the chat. This is the Lions Den, where we come to love and support each other. By the way, with those who mentioned that they were feeling some loneliness, were you able to connect? First of all, were you able to connect with each other? And were you able to connect with some other members of the Lions Den? I want to make sure that you leave today feeling loved and supported. So would you check in? Let me know how you are feeling right now, what's going on for you. I would love to know. Love to know what's going on. And then anyone who wants to send some love and support to our fellow evolving lions who are not feeling their very best and are feeling lonely and a little socially isolated, please reach out to them and connect, or just say something nice in the chat. And then today we're talking about sauna, the health benefits of sauna. If you're arriving late, I want you to know that sauna, research out of Finland, 4 times a week for 20 minutes a day, significantly reduces the risk of heart disease, stroke, and Alzheimer's disease. That's great. Both infrared and traditional saunas work. And I'd love to answer your questions about saunas as well as anything else. So Nelly, what is lion's mane? Lion's mane is an ancient Chinese mushroom used in traditional Chinese and Japanese medicine. And now in Western medicine, we're understanding its many, many health benefits. Lion's mane is good for the memory. It protects the brain from inflammation. It improves the immune system. It improves sleep. It helps grow new brain cells by increasing something called BDNF, which stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. There's so many great benefits of lion's mane. It's absolutely terrific. So let me try something here. So Instagram, how is this? Does that work for you? I think that works for that. All right, you're both kind of centered. So Instagram, does that still work for you? And TikTok, does that work for you? And if I talk like here, if I look at this like right here, hopefully that works. Wow, I'm Chinese and I don't even know about it. Yeah, Nelly, it's great. It's totally great. Brands for infrared devices. I don't have any brands for infrared devices. I don't have one myself, and so I don't want to recommend something I don't have exposure to. I do not know what to look for in an infrared device. I know what to look for. I did an interview with some sauna experts, so I know what to look for in a sauna, but I don't know what to look for in an infrared deal. Are infrared sauna blankets as effective? I don't know. I've heard yes, but let me see. Are infrared blankets? There are numerous health benefits to infrared sauna blankets, including weight loss, muscle tension release, detoxification, increased metabolism, and stronger immune system. So this is from a biased source. I think they sell blankets. They also sell saunas. There are numerous health benefits of infrared blankets. Along with diet and exercise, the infrared sauna blanket can maintain a healthy immune system and body weight. The loss of toxins creates a healthy immune system and can boost metabolism, accelerating fat burning. So, um, potentially, I think the best way to do it is to buy one and then test them and see how they are. That could be really helpful. Ocean Favor, you could be out of TT algorithm right now, only 75p. Is that why things are so low? Yeah, it was 75 people. Yeah, yeah. Why am Ocean Favor? What are you referring to? Am I out of the algorithm? What's happening? Oh, Ernestine, your son lives in Finland. Got into saunas. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, I don't know why there's only 75 people. Sometimes it goes down that low. I remember there used to be like 20 people on my live. That was back in like August. User 307, you missed the sauna info. So the sauna info is basically a sauna 4 times a week for 20 minutes a day. So 4 times 20 reduces the risk of Alzheimer's, stroke, and heart disease by about 50%. So it cuts the risk of those things in half, cuts them in half. Amazing. So sauna, big time sauna. Which is best? You can do either an infrared sauna or a traditional sauna. The research is on traditional saunas. Infrared saunas may be more effective at detoxing. We don't quite know yet, but those can be great as well. So basically, any sauna you can get into 4 times a week is great. Does lion's mane help with hyperthyroidism? Interesting, Mayor. I don't know. It can help. I don't know if it helps with hypothyroidism either. Let's look. Does lion's mane help improve thyroid health? Mother, I don't want you putting away dishes. I can hear my mother downstairs putting away the dishes. Okay. She says she's making jello. Does lion's mane help improve thyroid function? Question mark. Oh, she's just getting her she's getting a little movement in her arm, so she's trying to be more independent. I'm trying to keep her from doing things that might not be good for her shoulder. Okay, there's limited evidence to suggest that lion's mane improves thyroid function. Lion's mane mushroom is rich in polysaccharides, which have been shown to have anti-inflammatory and immune modulating effects. In animal studies, lion's mane has been shown to increase the production of thyroid hormones and improve thyroid function. So this would be for hypothyroidism, but these findings may not have been consistent. These findings have not been consistently replicated in human studies. So potentially, so lion's mane may be helpful with thyroid function. But thank you, Lioness. I appreciate that. People saying hi to my mom. That's funny. Y'all are great. Okay. Do you know if my husband could take lion's mane while on blood pressure meds? Potentially. Lion's mane does slightly reduce blood pressure, so check with your pharmacist and doctor because I want everyone to be aware that it might lower blood pressure a little bit, kind of like a baby aspirin. It has about the same effect on blood pressure and blood thinning, which is healthy. It's good. It's a good effect, and it's just important to check with your medical doctor. You're welcome, Zebane. All right. If you are just arriving, please put your first name and where you're from in the chat. If you have any questions about sauna, about preventing Alzheimer's disease, about lion's mane, about supplements, please drop your questions in the chat. I would love to be of help. This is the Lion's Den. My name is Robert Love. I'm a neuroscientist and I help people prevent Alzheimer's disease with science. The Lion's Den is simply about helping you improve your mental health, your physical health, protect your brain from Alzheimer's disease so you can live a happier, healthier life. And this is a supportive environment where we want to really help and love each other up. Texas female, I have a pretty single 27-year-old daughter getting her doctorate in forensic science. Cool. Am I married? I am not married. Very nice. Great. Connect with me on Instagram. Send me a picture. Let me talk to her. That'll be fun. I don't know how many women I've met where I'm saying, "Hey, your mom set me up with you," but that'll be an interesting conversation. Thank you. Thank you, Texas female. Doughboy, what does NMN do? NMN stands for nicotinamide mononucleotide, and it's a precursor to something called NAD. NAD is an energy source used in pretty much every cell of your body. If you don't have NAD for 30 seconds, you're pretty much dead. NAD also fuels the repair of DNA. NAD fuels the repair of DNA. So basically, NMN increases energy and fuels the repair of DNA. So it's a longevity supplement. I take NMN. I take about 1,000 milligrams a day. It's great. I like it. Can I take lion's mane with Vyvanse? Yes, Chrissy. You want to check with your medical doctor just to be clear of what you're doing. Vyvanse is a pretty serious drug. It's a serious pharmaceutical. And so I want to make sure that you're safe. Lion's mane will likely reduce the negative side effects of Vyvanse, and it may increase focus and attention, and reduce the need for Vyvanse. I'm not saying change your prescription. Don't change your prescription without working with your pharmacist, your medical doctor, and lion's mane may reduce the risk, may reduce the need for Vyvanse. And then you can take my lion's mane at night to improve sleep. Anyone out there have ADHD? So I have ADHD. One of the challenges with ADHD is sleep. So this has really helped improve my sleep, and I really like it. Can you tell the ingredients in your lion's mane? Absolutely. Absolutely, Carol. So mine has lion's mane, cordyceps, reishi, shiitake, maitake, turkey tail, chaga. It's got 10 medicinal mushrooms, and it's third-party tested, which means an independent company has tested the quality of my supplement to make sure it's the highest quality purity, and check for safety. And so that's a really important standard. It's also made in a GMP certified laboratory or manufacturing facility. That's a high standard in manufacturing. It also comes with a money back guarantee. Julie Hansen, you wear an aura ring. This is my aura ring right here. You wear an aura ring. So, and for those of you who don't know, aura rings monitor our sleep. And so you can see how much deep sleep you're getting, how much REM sleep you're getting, how many times you're waking up, and so forth. Would lion's mane help with that? It may. It's worth a try for sure. I mean, so my lion's mane, I've priced this at such a great deal. My lion's mane, if you order the small package, it's $15 a month. Which is like 50 cents a day. If you order the large package, it's like $12 a bottle or $12 a month. It's so inexpensive. Imagine paying 50 cents to improve your sleep. Who would pay 50 cents to improve your sleep? I mean, nights when I have bad sleep, I would easily pay 50 or $100 to improve my sleep. Like for sure. Like, no, I mean, we do this all the time. Ever stay in a motel when you're driving? You could sleep in the back of your car or in your driver's seat, but you pay $100 or $50 for a motel room because you want to sleep. Sleep is really important. This improves the quality of sleep for many, many people. Not everyone, but most. And it's 50 cents a day. So give it a try. RoarLionsMane.com is where you can get that. Daniela Doodle, did I ever talk with Stamets about Portobello? I led a panel discussion with Paul Stamets at Burning Man. Paul Stamets and a bunch of other neuroscientists and psychedelic neuroscientists. So I did talk with him. I've not asked him about Portobello. Tommy, I'm taking Benadryl to fall asleep. Is that okay? That's not ideal, Tommy. Benadryl decreases acetylcholine, and that can impair memory. And so I don't recommend doing that in the long term. Someone asked, how do you prevent, oh, there it is, out of the box. How do you prevent Alzheimer's? It's optimizing your health. That's the solution. It's not as simple as don't eat sugar, though that's important. It's not as simple as exercise, though that's important. And it's not even as simple as get great sleep, though that is necessary. It's do all of it. You want to cut the sugar. You want to eat healthy food. Cut the fried food first. Fried food is so inflammatory, so bad. So it's optimize your health. It's have a great diet. It's exercise regularly. It's get good sleep, and it's have good relationships. Those are the four big areas that you want to improve. your diet, your sleep, your exercise, and your relationships. When you improve those things, that lifts and that elevates your health very significantly, and that significantly reduces the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Those are the main things to do. Yeah, it's a very good deal. Um, Nelly, absolutely. Out of the box, I'm not sleeping well. Well, give my lion's mane a try. You're welcome, Tommy. Hi, KBRY. Carol, thanks, doctor. Doctor asked me to ask if lion's mane is cooked as well. This supplement, it's extracted. So basically, it's extracted at high heat. Most powders that are extracted from plants or actually mushrooms aren't plants; they're actually fungi. That's a different kingdom. Interestingly enough, um, they're extracted at high heat, so they're kind of cooked in the high heat. But it's not like the lion's mane are like put on the grill and like cooked in the grill or the oven and then turned into powder. They're extracted in an extraction process. I don't know a whole lot about the extraction process. I can look it up if you like. Roar to you, Carol. I'm sorry. I just pushed something I didn't mean to. Yes, repurposed love. Your relationship affects Alzheimer's. Who gets that? Who gets the importance of your relationships and your health? I remember some very clear, very clear data in the hospital. Having your spouse in the room reduced stress, but only if you had a good relationship with your spouse. If you had a bad relationship with your spouse, having your spouse in the room actually increased stress. I think they're measuring they had a blood pressure monitor, a blood pressure cuff on them. Isn't that interesting? So if you're in a good relationship with your spouse and you're in the hospital, you want them in the room with you. If you have a bad relationship, you don't want them in the room. But one exception, everyone who held hands. So let's say you have a bad relationship with your spouse. I'm not saying you do, but in this study, someone who did, if they held hands, that lowered their stress. So even just physical contact from a spouse, even if they didn't have a good relationship, that was helpful. So, and also spouses provide social support, especially women for men. Men don't get very much social support from their friend network. Very few do. Women get women get the majority of their social support from their friend network and some from their family. Men get most of their social support from their wife. And so women, they very much lift up the health of men around them. Men who are married drink half as much as single men as of the same age. This makes total sense. A 35-year-old bachelor is much more likely to go out to a bar and drink than a 35-year-old married man. They're much more likely to stay home, especially if they have children. So relationships affect health, and then health affects Alzheimer's disease. Chrissy, I'm very sorry to hear about your mother. Kim Simioff. Sorry, I did not pronounce your name correctly. Kim, will lion's mane interfere with blood pressure medication? It does not, quote, interfere. Lion's mane reduces blood pressure. And so that could be helpful but it's important to know that impact so that you and your doctor and your pharmacist know what's going on. So if blood pressure reduces and you're taking lion's mane, it's important to know that. It doesn't necessarily interfere. It's not necessarily bad. It could be good. It may help someone reduce their blood pressure medicine over time, but it's just important to know about the effect. And so this is why it's important to check with your medical doctor and your pharmacist before taking things. Good night, Mandy Clark. All right, pet parent. I've tried desperately to cut back on sugar, especially during the middle of the night. Are you taking sugar at the middle of the night? I've even thrown out candies during the day only to have to go out in the middle of the night. Sounds like you have an extreme addiction to sugar. And I say this without judgment. I say this with all care and compassion, pet parent. If you are leaving your house to go get sugar in the middle of the night, I believe you have a sugar addiction. I would recommend you seek help. I recommend you seek psychological help along with a health coach to work with you, because I can tell you some healthy things to do, but if your body and brain are craving sugar so much to the extent that you leave your house at night to go get it, I think you really want to work with a professional who specializes in that. Yeah, that definitely sounds bad. That sounds very difficult. And so I'd recommend you find a therapist and find a health coach who can help you, who specialize in those things. Good, Nelly. I'm glad that's making sense. Ocean favor, that makes sense. Great. Mohammed, we're talking about Alzheimer's and how to prevent Alzheimer's. KBR, why? Is Alzheimer's inherited? Partially. Alzheimer's is partially genetic. Good night, Nelly. And I hope you connected with Sweetie Sue and anyone else who you want to stay in touch with. You can also just simply friend people on TikTok, and then you can communicate with them directly. Have a good night. So, is Alzheimer's inherited? Partially. There's a gene, or specifically, what's called an allele. It's the APOE4 allele. Most of us have the APOE3 allele, which is, I'll just say gene. I don't want to confuse you. Most of us have the APOE3 gene, which is fine. Some of us have the APOE4 gene, and that increases the risk of Alzheimer's. And some of us have two copies. So Thor from the Marvel movies, Thor has two copies of the APOE4. That significantly increases his risk, which is really, really sad. And it's very interesting because he's a very healthy person, right? Like he's in the movies, he's a god or a demigod, and his body looks like it. And the idea that this man is at increased risk of Alzheimer's disease is very interesting. And it's very scary, and it's sad. So Alzheimer's is partially inherited. It's about 20% genetic. It's 80% behavioral. And so the good news is the majority, even for someone who has two versions of the APOE4, even two copies. So our friend Thor, from the Marvel movies, he has two copies. He only has a 50% increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. I know that's a big number, but that's only a 50% increase. So there's many things he can do to reduce his risk, which he is likely doing. So even he who has a huge risk genetically, it's not destiny for him. There's still many things he can do. The only exception is early onset. So some people have this, I don't know what the condition is, but it's an extreme genetic condition, and they get Alzheimer's at like 35. We don't know what to do about that yet. Healthy living is probably helpful, but that's a severe case. So if you're over 35 and you don't have Alzheimer's, you probably don't have that, which is good. Genetics make up approximately 20% of the risk. So the good news is you are in charge of 80%. You are in control of 80% of your destiny regarding Alzheimer's disease. That's awesome. Give a round of applause to that. You are in control of your destiny regarding Alzheimer's disease. If I said this 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I would have been laughed out of a conference or a group of people to say that. But it's true now. We know this. We know to the best extent we can with science, you are in control of 80% of your destiny with regard to Alzheimer's disease. That's the lion's share. And this is the lion's den. So you have control over your destiny regarding Alzheimer's disease. So give it up for that. Yes, it is the best news. I agree. Thank you for sharing the live Texas female. 80% behavioral. Yes. So your behavior affect your behavior, your food, your sleep, your supplements, your stress, your relationships. That is 80% of the puzzle. Genetics are only 20%. Does lion's mane interact with Allegra? Probably not. What? But check with your pharmacist. You're on it night 3. Awesome, Texas female. How is that going? And Texas female, you're going to message me on Instagram so I can talk to your daughter, right? I mean, you really sold her. She's 27 and beautiful and really smart. So I'd love to chat with her. Chrissy K, what else causes it? Obesity and diabetes greatly increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Smoking increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Heavy metals increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Inflammation increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Where does inflammation come from? It comes from diet. It comes from fried foods. It comes from sugar. Stress increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Bad sleep increases the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Traumatic brain injury, concussion, falling down, smacking your head, that increases the risk, and falls later in life. If you fall, that can increase the risk of Alzheimer's disease. There are approximately 40 different risk factors. Um, and the book, The End of Alzheimer's Program by Dr. Dale Bredesen details some of those. Carolina, wondering, should I get tested? It's a good idea. It's a good idea just to know your status. I'm sorry to hear about your father. It sounds very difficult. Yeah, it's very hard to watch them deteriorate. I agree. Um, your cousin has the beginnings of Alzheimer's. I'm very sorry to hear that. Bring your cousin to the Lion's Den or have them watch my TikTok videos. It's a bunch of free information. And then if your cousin wants one-on-one help, you can direct them. I'm happy to work with them. I have a bunch of free information. I got free books, free masterclass, free newsletter, all kinds of things to help with Alzheimer's. So please connect your cousin. I'd like to be of help. This is why I do this. I do this to help people directly. So if someone you love is at risk of Alzheimer's or has early stage Alzheimer's, please connect them to the channel. You can put them in touch with me directly or have them connect with me over Instagram. I really want to be of help. So please let me help if I can. Carolina, your father's cousin has the onset. Okay, well, are they on TikTok or are they on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram? Any way I can help, please let me know. Okay, what else we got? Where do heavy metals come from? This is from MGD. So heavy metals come from the environment. Heavy metals also include toxins, pesticides, herbicides. Those come from foods, non-organic foods. Thank you, Daniela Doodle, for the pepper. So those come from non-organic foods. So, excuse me. So heavy metals can be found in pesticides, herbicides, things that are sprayed on plants. They can be found in lead, mercury, and cadmium. Or lead, mercury, and cadmium are heavy metals. Unfortunately, lead and cadmium have been found in chocolate recently, including very high-end chocolate. And mercury is found in fish. And so I recommend eating smash fish, salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring, wild-caught salmon, and Atlantic mackerel, not king mackerel. So the smash fish, those are high in healthy fats, but low in mercury. So generally, the smaller the fish, the less mercury. If you're eating a lot of sushi, there can be mercury in those fish. One thing to do is you can eat chlorella when you eat sushi, and that will help bind to some of the mercury in the sushi, and you'll absorb less of that. So that's a really good idea. So if you're eating a lot of fish or you're concerned about mercury poisoning, Tony Robbins actually got mercury poisoning from eating a bunch of tuna. And so check that out. So bring some chlorella with you when you go eat sushi or when you eat fish, and take that either with the sushi or before the sushi, and that will help bind to some of the heavy metals in the sushi. So they basically come from food. They can come from the air. I have an air filter right here. Let me turn that on. I don't know if you can hear that. I have one in my room that I turn on when I sleep. This is my office. This is my bedroom as a kid. It's now repurposed as an office. So air filters are good. You can get a HEPA filter. HEPA filter is a type of air filter that can help reduce your exposure to heavy metals in the air. If you live in a highly industrialized place, there's more heavy metals there. If you live near a factory, unfortunately, our politicians have allowed industries to put factories in poor neighborhoods. These are usually people with lower education, less income, and they're more likely to be people of color. And it's very sad because people coming out of these neighborhoods have poor health, poor respiratory function, and often poor brain health. They don't think clearly because they've been exposed to so many toxins during development. It's really, really sad. It's really unfortunate that that's the way the system works right now, to where we're basically hurting poor Black people and Latinos, people of color that live in these poor neighborhoods where there are factories nearby. So that's how to reduce heavy metals. Eat organic food. Take chlorella when you eat fish. filter your air, and then, if you live in a highly industrialized place, maybe consider moving. Find a way. We can do a lot of work virtually these days. So to whatever extent you can work virtually, that could be a good way of protecting you and your family from heavy metals and toxins that are in the air. No, Ocean Favor. I did like those ladies. One of those was a former partner of mine in that video. She's very sweet. The other one was just a friend. Yes, Out of the Bucks. I'm also on YouTube. I'm actually recording on YouTube right now. Hello, recording on YouTube. And this will be available. The whole broadcast will be available on YouTube as long as YouTube is up, unless it comes down. Chrissy K, what is the best test for the particular allele? Yeah, test for the APOE4, APOE4. And you can do that on 23andMe. You can go to your doctor. The doctor's going to be more expensive. Michael, check your MERV rating. What are you referring to with that? KBR, you have filters that live near GM plants. Oh my. So no more chocolate? Yeah, Nancy, it's a really good question. I don't know which chocolate's best right now. My favorite chocolate companies, they did not test well. Yeah, fluoride, MTIGEK. Fluoride, yeah, I would reduce the risk of fluoride exposure. So this is fluoride-free water from a Berkey filter. Someone mentioned they recently got a Berkey filter. Was it Daniela Doodle? Someone got a Berkey filter. I was actually just at the dentist office yesterday. I was talking with them about fluoride-free toothpaste. If you have a child under 10, please make sure they're using fluoride-free toothpaste. Children swallow toothpaste. They don't understand why they wouldn't. And rightfully so. It tastes good. Why wouldn't I swallow this? And children don't need fluoride. The best thing to do for children is have them eat more vegetables, less sugar, and practice brushing and flossing. Have children learn how to floss so that way they make it a lifelong habit. So for chocolate, I don't know the best chocolate right now. Hopefully some of these companies get their stuff straightened out so that way chocolate is healthy and safe once again. Charcoal, Ocean Favor. Yeah, activated charcoal is great. So I think it was research. Dave Asprey shared this. I looked up the study. I was only able to read an abstract. Basically, they gave activated charcoal to mice and it increased their lifespan, I think approximately 30%, which is crazy. Increasing lifespan by 30% is crazy. That's like going from 80 to, what's 80 times 0.3? That's another 24 years. So the average lifespan in the United States is approximately 80 years old. At least it was. We'll just round up. It's gone down now, sadly, from preventable disease. So average lifespan's 80. If you increase that by 30%, that increases it by 24 years. So increasing the average lifespan in the United States by 30% goes to 104. That's what activated charcoal did in mice. Now, I'm not saying it's going to do that in humans. We don't know. We don't know to what extent taking activated charcoal increases lifespan in humans. But in mice, it increased lifespan by 30%. Interestingly, they were taking activated charcoal these were already adult rats. They weren't giving or adult mice. They weren't giving activated charcoal to them as pups, which is that's what little rats are called. I don't know what little mice are called. I think they're called pups. So imagine taking the average lifespan in the US from 80 to 104. That's the potential. Activated charcoal may help do that. I don't know if it's going to do that all the way. I just don't know. We don't have the data. It might be better. It might be just a year. It might be nothing. It might be negative. I don't think it'll be negative. Certainly taking it with alcohol is a really good idea. Alcohol is very poisonous to the body and the brain, and activated charcoal reduces the negative impact of alcohol. You're welcome, MGD. Yeah, 30% says a huge number. What do I think of sea moss? So sea moss, if I remember correctly, and I'll look this up, I think sea moss increases it increases selenium and therefore increases glutathione. I think that's one of the primary benefits. Let's look at it. Who wants to? All right, so you have 10 seconds. Please guess the health benefits of sea moss. 10, 9, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Health benefits of sea moss. Here is what we got. So this is from ChatGPT. Sea moss, also known as Irish moss or Chondrus crispus, is a type of red algae that is commonly used in traditional medicine and culinary practices, or culinary practices, if you want to sound fancy. Some of the potential health benefits of sea moss include, all right, so we got improves memory, brain function, inflammation, helps with thyroid health, iodine, brain health. Inflammation. Okay. So here are the benefits of sea moss. One, it's rich in nutrients. Sea moss is a good source of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, potassium, calcium, and magnesium, as well as iodine, which is important for thyroid function. So sea moss may help with thyroid function. Number two, sea moss improves digestive health. Sea moss contains soluble fiber, which can help promote healthy digestion and prevent constipation. Benefit number three, here we go, anti-inflammatory. A couple of you said that. Some studies have suggested that sea moss may have anti-inflammatory effects, which could help reduce inflammation in the body and lower the risk of chronic diseases. Number four, immune support. Sea moss contains bioactive compounds that may help support the immune system and protect against infections. Number five, skin health. Sea moss is a common ingredient in skincare products due to its potential benefits for skin health, including moisturizing, soothing, and anti-inflammatory effects. There you go. Let's give it up for sea moss. Outstanding. So I have to wake up early tomorrow to take my mother to physical therapy. This is her first physical therapy session for her shoulder. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for all the love and support to our evolving lions who are suffering from loneliness. Loneliness is very, very serious. We really don't want people suffering from that. And thank you for making the Lions Den a place. You're so welcome out of the box. Thank you for making the Lions Den a place where we can support and love our fellow humans, our fellow evolving lions. I'm not going to go through them again. If you want some free stuff, click here, go to my profile, click the link below. There's free books. There's a free hormonal profile if you want to lose weight. There's my free newsletter, my brain fitness newsletter. There's my free masterclass. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Please follow me on at least one other platform. So that way, if my TikTok goes down, you can still attend the lives. My TikTok has been suspended before, and the U.S. Congress is getting kind of grabby about it. I'm glad you tuned in too, Chasing Pinky Skies. And then if you want some healthy products, so I got my lion's mane. This is the best lion's mane available at the best possible price. It's third-party tested, GMP certified, comes with a money-back guarantee, improves sleep. It's great. I love it. And then when you get the big package, it comes with free shipping too. This is my favorite lion's mane coffee replacement. So this is lion's mane chocolate. Listen to these ingredients. It's amazing. Organic cacao powder, organic lion's mane, organic reishi, organic chaga, organic cordyceps, L-theanine, organic ashwagandha, organic maca, organic Ceylon cinnamon, organic curcumin, pink Himalayan sea salt, stevia extract, black fruit pepper extract. So it's got the black pepper and the curcumin, which improves the absorption of curcumin. Curcumin helps prevent the accumulation of plaque in the brain. It tastes amazing. It's great for kids. No sugar. Tastes great. If you need to sweeten it a little bit, which kids would probably like, you can add a little bit of honey or a little bit of maple syrup. If you want to be keto, you can add monk fruit sugar. This is amazing. Who's gotten the Yum Yum? Who likes it? You can save a bunch of money when you subscribe and then use my coupon code LOVE15. You get that below my profile here, and that's the lion's mane coffee replacement. Om Yum, this is great. They're a great sponsor of the show. Morning Man, if you want to get a morning smoothie, Morning Man is great. You can go to morningman.com, use the coupon code LOVE15. Make sure to subscribe to save money there. Those are some of my favorite products that I use. I use Morning Man and I use those pretty much every day unless I've run out, unless something's off. I really like to use those. I might take a day off every once in a while, but I use those very, very consistently. I love them. Om Yum's really increased my productivity. I start my day with Morning Man because it tastes so good and I love it. And so, yeah, those are great. It's getting close to my bedtime. Put on my blue blockers here. All right. And then if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, please subscribe to the newsletter. A lot of free stuff goes out there. And yeah, that is all I got for today. It was great spending time with you. I really appreciate the love and support you are offering your fellow evolving lions. Great questions tonight. Thank you for everyone who participated. If you haven't said anything all night, please drop a line in the chat and say hello. I enjoyed myself. Good night. If you didn't enjoy yourself, you can say that as well. Say, Robert, you got to get your stuff together because, for a free unscripted TikTok live, I only laughed 5 times. And that's not nearly good enough. So let me know your feedback. If you rarely comment or if you're new, please say hello. I'd love to say hello. And thank you for being here. I appreciate the community. Appreciate your questions and your attention. I hope you learned something. If you learned something, you can put that in the chat. And I hope you have a wonderful night. I will see you mañana. Tomorrow's Friday. We're going to go to, we will be on tomorrow. I might come on a little bit earlier, closer to 10 tomorrow. And that'll be lovely. Have a wonderful night. I love you. God bless you. Good night, Instagram. End the live and discard the media. Good night, YouTube.